Hey Jared, Chris Childers with Safe to Cross. Jared, I reviewed the area as we discussed this morning for your customer. It looks like we have, I made a slight modification here and I want to show that to you. We have a double set of doors here that requires forklift access from time to time. And then we have pedestrian crossings going directly in front of these doorways. Looks like we've got about 148 inches from existing post to existing post guardrail, and it looks like we're about 80 inches off the wall. Now, after looking at this and under consideration, I think the best solution here is to utilize two gates, one pedestrian gate on each side of the intersection with one single cross arm. This is shown an overhead pull station for forklift activation. And the way the system would work would be the gates could be in the open position at all times, allowing people to freely cross. The arm would be in the lowered position at all times, blocking out all forklift traffic. When a forklift driver wants to enter the area, he simply activates the system via this overhead pull station. We can either provide this pull station, which would be mounted to the floor, or you can hang it from the ceiling, either way. But once he activates, the high intensity lights will immediately begin to flash on both sides of the intersection with an audible, and we will check the area to make sure there's nobody in the crosswalk through infrared sensors. Once we deem the area is clear, which typically takes just a couple of seconds, the pedestrian gates will close, blocking off pedestrians on both sides, and the crossing arm will raise. The audible tone will extinguish, the lights will continue to flash. Forklift driver will go into this area and conduct his business, and upon exiting, he will hit the overhead pull station a second time, which will enable the audible tone, will start generating. We'll check the area to make sure there's no forklifts underneath the cross arm. And then at that point in time, we will lower the cross arm and then swing the gates back to the open position and extinguish all lights and audibles, putting the system back into the home default position. So we will need a short section. We are about 54 inches overall on our dimension, and this is 80. So we'll need to install a short section of rail here between our hoops and the wall just to prevent pedestrians from bypassing the system. So this system is complete, fully automated, PLC controlled. Our gate assemblies, as I told you in our phone conversation, this post here is what we call our combination unit. It actually has the gate and the arm in the same assembly. It is an 8 by 8 inch by 1/4 inch steel beam mounted on a 1/2 inch steel plate. This gate on this side without the cross arm is a 4 by 4 by 1/4 inch steel post with a 1/2 inch steel plate. And this beam actually has the same bolt dimensions, the same composition as your existing guardrail post that you already have in place. So Jared, if you would take a look at this, discuss this with the customer, make sure this looks okay to them, and I can prepare a quotation. Thanks, Jared, and I look forward to working with you and your customer.